Thank you. All right, thank you very much. I just have to put something down, My my next guest is so interesting that just about when I think I have all my questions in my head that I'm about to ask him, then something else comes up, all right? You know how we do on the Teji Babyface show. We try to keep it interesting. And how do I begin to introduce this gentleman? Let's just say that since Bobby left us with heaven talk, let's just say that if there was a heaven, I don't know which one is it if there was a heaven or if there were a heaven? Which one? If somebody said if there is heaven. I think I like that. Let's just say that if there is a heaven for footballers, does that one work? Okay, let's just say that if there's heaven for footballers, for people who play football, that this guy would have at least 10 mansions, not on a gold line street, on a diamond line street, because this guy is the stuff of history. Ask a baby born yesterday, as soon as the baby can talk, who is your favorite Nigerian footballer? He's got to mention this guy first or second, at worst, third. We all grew up watching this man, and I say grew up, I don't mean he's that old. It's just that when we were in school, this guy was the hero. Whatever school you were, high school, college, this guy was the hero. He's still the hero. I see the way people treat him. He's just that good. Worldwide famous. What else do I need to say? You're wondering who? Please welcome with me the one, the only, absolutely, unbelievably, incredulously talented Mr. Austin J.J. Okocha. Let's go. Boss. How are you, bros?
I'm very well.
You look good. You always look sharp. You always look sharp. Is it? I mean.
I try to maintain.
You don't try to maintain. You always. Is it something? Wait. Is it something you like? You just like clothes.
I love clothes.
You love clothes.
I believe a man should look good as well, not just women.
A man should look good, not just women. I try, Abi.
Correct.
I try. It's so good to see you, and I mean, you live the good life. I once saw you on Ake Shola one evening. I don't know if you remember. We were at the traffic light, and I saw. I think it was a Lamborghini or was it a Ferrari or something. Pull up beside me. It was red, and I'm wondering who drives a Lamborghini in Nigeria. This guy got to hold, and then you wound down because you saw me. I'm like, oh my God, it's JJ Okocha. I mean, you have those cars. Is it convenient driving them around here with our bad roads and all that?
Well, I'm a die-hard Nigerian fan, so I believe in whatever condition that we find ourselves here, we can still enjoy our lives. It doesn't matter if the road is good or bad. If it's bad, if it's bad, you slow down. If it's good, you speed up. So
if it's bad, you slow down.
I'm enjoying my cars here as well.
Very good, very good. So if you want to repair like your Lamborghini or Ferrari, where do you do that in Nigeria? How do you repair or service a Lamborghini in Nigeria?
Well, that's a big problem, but so far I've not repaired anyone. So I'm trying to save them.
Okay, you're trying to save them. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Boss, it's good to see you. Now, I actually heard him say, I heard Ronaldinho, the Brazilian Ronaldinho, say to an interviewer that he used to watch you. Did you hear him say that? That you were his hero, that he used to watch you come up to football. Did he ever acknowledge that to you?
Well, yes, he confessed that to me. Also, I would say that he was lucky to have met me when he just moved to Europe because we played together. He came to Paris Saint-Germain while I was there as a kid, and I knew that it was not easy for a foreigner in Europe, especially somebody like him, we had a lot of similarity. So I decided to help and guide him, you know, based on the experience that I had in Europe. And at the end of the day, it gives one a great deal of joy, you know, to see that somebody like that went on and became a world best player of the year. And also to acknowledge, you know, that somebody like me helped him along the line, you know. It was what, every
second, every sweat, every kick of the ball that you. But now here's the question that I've always wanted to ask. If you, being the talented man that you are, I mean, the Ronaldinos that came through you, that you had an influence upon, who were influenced by you, went on to become World Footballer of the Year. You, as far as I remember, you did not win African Footballer of the Year, which many of us still find absolutely ridiculous, by the way, right? Yes. Absolutely ridiculous, by the way. How does that make you feel? You have to be like I said, you have to be like in the Hall of Fame of African football for your skills. How does that make you feel? You didn't win.
Well, sometimes I feel like the whipping kid, you know.
Like the scapegoats.
Yes. Well, I mean, if I say that it didn't bother me at the time, I'll be lying, because you set a target for yourself. You want to be the best. You want to belong to the best, amongst the best, you know. And at the end of the day, if you don't achieve that target, you feel disappointed. But I am happy the way my career went, you know. I'm always grateful to God, because I never even knew that I would make it that far. You know, so at the end of the day, I just believe that you cannot have everything going your own way. You know, you have to accept defeat sometimes, and others deserve to be happy as well. So I just take the positive things that I've achieved and move on with
whatever else they do, wherever else they put it, whoever else they give the award. As far as I'm concerned, you were my African Footballer of the Year at least 3 years running. 3 years running.
Thank you.
At least 3 years running. Taji Babyface, he says so. He says so, boss. So talking of your career, you seem to have retired early, because I know folk, I mean, who are older than you. Sol Campbell is still playing, I think. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank is still playing. Edwin van der Sar is still playing, even though keepers have a longer period. And some of those other guys, I think, who is the other guy again that I remember who is still playing up? It's written here, Sebastian Veron is still playing.
Well, I mean, in Nigeria, I think we always retire our players early, you know. And I think my case is a bit different, because I retired by myself, you know, before they retire me.
But why? Why? Is it a case of too much money?
No.
Too much money?
No. I was like addicted to football. I'm still addicted to football, you know. But I'm very competitive, and I felt I could not compete anymore.
At the highest level?
The highest level, you know. So
are you listening to that? Boss,
I said I didn't want people to be carrying me along, you know, sitting on the bench and all that. Imagine training the whole week just to play 10 minutes or 20 minutes. I said I better go out on Sundays and play with my friends. So I decided to leave also when the ovation
was the loudest,
you know, and that was why I made up my mind to quit. But I can still play, though.
Of course you can still play. All right, you all need to mark down the point when he said in this program that I can still play, because you will find that statement actually very pertinent as we go along. Just mark it down now. All right, but so here's the thing. You're such, again, we cannot stop talking of your skills. I saw the video, but then I don't believe it. And people must have asked you this thousands of times. When you were in Frankfurt, Eintracht Frankfurt, did you actually dribble everybody? Dribble the keeper? Come back out of the post? Dribble them a second time before you score? Did you do that?
I did that.
Why?
You know, this is a true story, you know. When I first moved to Europe, it was Germany that I went to, and the rate of racism was too high then. I never knew I was black until I got to Germany. And then I was like, when I got the opportunity, to sign a deal, and I signed, and I was like, how do I pay these people back? What do I do that is legal, to show that I'm also a racist, So I figured out that the only way is to keep dribbling. So I started dribbling them. And I said I will dribble them saute. Some people will chop grass.
And you did. Beautiful video.
So that was the whole thing behind the dribbling.
I think at some point during that game, I saw your coach do this.
You know what he said? He said after the game, had it been I didn't score, that would have been my last game.
Wow, I heard about that as well. And you're so cool. You're so cool with it. You're one of the coolest and what's that word? One of the more humble people that I know around here.
My life is too short. Why the rush?
The rush. Why the feeling? Why the feeling? So let's talk some other stuff now. Let's talk footballers' ages. Wait, bros, because around here it is generally believed that Nigerian footballers add to their ages. In fact, there's one guy that I know. I am 31. There's a guy who I know that I call Bros. I call him Bros, who is the younger brother to one of Nigeria's defenders, whose name I won't mention, who plays in France and has hot shots. Black fellow. So
I know him.
You know him. You will know him. I mean, what do we do with our ages? Do we actually add to it?
Will I say that?
Sorry, bros, before you answer. This is our comedy Bible. And we try to make all our guests promise to tell the truth and nothing but the absolute truth. So, bros, before you answer.
So help me God.
Put your hand. Do you promise to tell the truth, sir?
So help me.
So help you God. Yeah. Bros, let me ask again. So that you won't miss the question. Do our footballers reduce?
They do. They do. But you see, sometimes you don't have to blame them. Because whenever you wake up in your morning, and I pity some of them. That's why some of them cannot retire. Because they want to justify that age. So some of us retired at the age of 28. Some can retire at the age of 24. That's why they are still playing. But do we have foreigners here?
No.
Between us, some of them, they reduce even up to 10 years. So I mean, it's hard, but what do we do?
And yet you wonder why we play the way we do sometimes. You people wonder. We want to know. So, bros, how rich are you? How rich has football made you? I've been in places where people argue over your money. In fact, the favorite argument is who is richer, Kanu or Okocha?
I think Kanu is richer.
Why? How?
Because he's still playing.
Okay, you still playing.
One thing about our people is that when you're busy playing, you don't even know what is going on. They are busy here calculating your money. Both other people's money, they will add it to your own, and then you can't walk on the street. So Kanu is still playing. He's richer.
Okay, that we'll take that one. We'll take that one. And so one of the businesses you have is the club number 10 on Saka Tinubu. Very beautiful place. You must have invested quite a tidy sum in that place. You even have the bulletproof automatic doors with the metal detectors and all that.
Well, I now because of the kidnapping thing, I want to feel safe as well.
But who will kidnap you? Who will kidnap you?
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. But the problem is that they cannot kidnap me because who will pay the ransom? Too hard to handle. Who will pay the ransom?
Well,
I have nothing else to prove. If they take me out, if they want, I can join them. It could be another business venture. I'm just joking.
We know that you're about one of the most influential people in African football. And so, I mean, it's us imploring you again not to watch our football die because it seems we're dying.
Exactly. You know, it's funny because as a child, growing up, when I was on the street playing football, I was one of those people that they call truants, you know, that you'll be useless. But now you see rich people, they want their children to be truants now, to play football.
Because of people like you.
You know, and it is sad. It is sad, you know, because I think football belongs to football people because experience is something that you cannot buy.
Yeah, see Michel Platini in France.
Exactly.
Michel Platini, France, then UEFA.
We have Kalusha, Buhari, you know, and others. But in Nigeria, because they feel that there is money in football now, rich people want to take over. And all of us automatically have become novice, you know, because we don't belong to the elite. You know, but I think it's about time that some of us that have got the opportunity to be exposed, you know, to fight against them, you know, to try and restore our pride.
I'm going to make a confession to you now because we have to cut. I'm going to make a confession and take a promise from you. There is nothing in this interview that I feel I can leave out. So when people are watching, when we are watching this at home, everything you're watching is everything I asked him. We probably did not leave anything out. So the first promise I want from you is, will you come back? Please tell him, please come back. Will you come back again?
I will.
All right, because
I will. If I'm invited.
Of course I will invite you. There's still so much we haven't talked about, and the show is only 1 hour. Can you believe some people ask me what I'm going to do in 1 hour on TV? How can you ask that when I have people like Okocha? Now back to that statement I said before. You remember? He said he still loves football. And your shoes are so lovely. I don't know whether you'll be able to see the shoes. Bros, let them see the shoes.
It's my Christmas shoe.
Your Christmas shoe. I don't know whether you'll be able to do this with those shoes on. But we want you to, just give us a little some, you know. I want to see if you still got it, you know.
You should have told me now. This trouser is tight, though.
Well, if you have it, you always have it. Just a little. Oh, put your hand. It's about to go down.
I'll try.
It's about to go down. It's about to go down, boss.
I can't stretch with this trouser. It's tight, though.
So sorry.
It's fashion.
Mr. Asian, would you sign my bowl, please? Sorry. Of course. Yeah, of course. Let's go, boss.
Don't judge me with this because of this trouser, but I will still try.
Thanks, boss. Well, you still have it, and you still remain one of our football gods with a small g, because we're made in the image of God, and if you believe that we're small gods, and as football is concerned, you are a small god to us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for what you did. Thank you so much for what you did and what you're doing. If we're looking for ambassadors for Nigeria, if we're looking to the rebrand, these are the people we should be talking to. These are people that have walked the path. I'm sure you have some footballers in the world, most of them on speed dial. They see JJ Okocha, they pick up the phone.
Of course.
Of course. What else are you looking for? All right, but before you go, whenever somebody comes on this program, we take their pictures and we put the picture in a plaque, a frame, and we give it to you before you go, and would like to present one of those plaques to you right about now before you go. So QF photography, bring the plaque. Bros, please.
Let me.
No, please be seated. Yes. And there you go. And here's the picture we just took now.
Action.
Yes, so action. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
And our friend of the house, Rachel, our outfit is called Cakes and Cupcakes. And what she's done is she's made a cake for you in the shape of a football. Wow. with the Nigerian flag as the background. You know, thank you very much. And we also have here, there's a carton of milk, Choco Sip from our partners Promasidor. You can take that home to Madame as well. And a carton of Loya milk as well from Promasidor. We'd like to thank you very much for coming. All right, and on the break, we're going to get a pen. In fact, it is here. I'd like you to autograph this ball for me, and this is mine. Thank you. Given I'm standing beside an Igbo man, if you want to buy, just call me. JJ autograph ball. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Make some noise.